ready?
All right.
Let's do this.
Leroy Jenkins. Telling you, man.
Should be live.
Mic check. Mic check. Di-RREC Gaming in the building tonight. The new legal Techno Blast. What's good, Techno Blast? What's good, man?
Oh, nothing. Just been working too much. He got back from the beach.
Well, you know what, man? I got something that's going to cheer you
All
up
right.
tonight.
Give it to me.
I got an awesome guest room up in here, man. From the legions of the Xbox streets. I got my man Fireboss, who is no visitor to Di-RREC Gaming, man. Fireboss in the building. All the way out of South Carolina. Give it up for my man, Fireboss.
Yeah, we got. All right, look, we gotta make this quick because I gotta be up early in the morning to start shelling some peas and I gotta crop some tobacco and everything like that and pick some cotton.
Are we broad? Are we live? Because I don't see
live.
it.
That boy's stupid. Yo.
Yeah, we're live.
I got my man Six Slayer in the building from the 108 Dragon Podcast in the building, live and direct. What's up, Sick? All the way from New York, man.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Sick. You know what it is, man. I've been working hard myself, man. Oh my God, insurance companies, head colds, all types of stuff, man. I've been going through it, but I'm still here. What can't kill you? It only makes you stronger. And I'm still here, baby.
Last but not least, man, he knows it, man. This is my dude right here. He knows I'm hyped. He's back on Di-RREC Gaming again for the second time. And E is just my dude, man. I can't say enough about E, man. That's just my dude, man. You know, when you meet somebody, bro, and it's just people's, because E has opened up, to us about his family issues and things like that. And that's what's real to me, man. E, you my homie, man. And I'm glad you here tonight. E makes some room for the mighty E in the building. What's good, fam?
I don't know, Legal. You don't sound like you're excited. I don't hear the excitement. We got some stuff to talk about. Where's the excitement?
It's coming, fam. It's coming. I got my man, the #1 draft pick. We had to get him on the #1 draft pick, y'all. The #1 draft pick. We picked him out. We made the call. He accepted it. Yo, he's been putting up triple doubles, man. This dude's been putting up triple doubles. He went into the All-Star game, the youngest All-Star player. He broke Kobe Bryant's record, man. The youngest to do it. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming in here like he's manhandling everybody, man. So we had to give him the Rookie of the Year. Now he went to the finals and won him a championship. Man, I'm talking about, y'all don't know, y'all got to pass the rock to my man, J-Rock in the building. What's good, fam?
Yeah, same. What's going on, family? Today, man.
Man, we doing good. I got the cast up in here. I'm glad everybody came out tonight because we going to need this energy. we going to crank this up. And there's a lot of stuff to talk about, man. So, I'm going to bomb it out the gate right now. I'm going to bomb. I got one question. I'm going to let y'all have it. I just got one question. But before I do that, I got to say, shout outs to the chat room. Shout outs to everybody out there in the Xbox territories, man. Whether you're across the world, you could have been anywhere on any continent doing what you're doing on a daily basis. David? But no, you put the brakes on. You hit your hazard lights on, man. And you put your high beams on. You let people know it's a state of emergency. It's a global phenomenon because Di-RREC Gaming is on. And for that, we are heavily, graciously thankful. So we're going to bring the pain tonight, man. I got one question, y'all. Why Sony out here lying to people, man? Again. And what's this about this 10 million? What's up with this 10 million, bro, when it was just a couple of days ago? It was just good just a week ago. When they were talking about they were celebrating 7.4 million and the shortages is going to be down to like 2022. Don't even expect to get nothing. But all of a sudden, 10 million all of a sudden. So they're telling us at least 3 more million got sold, but where's these 3 million? We know Sony to be lies. We know Sony to be lies, man. We know Sony lies about numbers, but this is just another trick up the sleeve. They're running out of aces. They on their last will. and it's just to keep the PlayStation 5 from looking as horrible as it's been since launch. And I mean, what's y'all take on it? Because I'm ready to dissect. So,
I think the timing is kind of sus myself.
man, this shit came in here and just stole the mic. He didn't even let me get to the point where I was gonna give him mics. He stole the
No,
mic.
you asked. You asked.
I got
the
the
answer,
mics.
brother.
I
Got
got
the
the
answer.
mics, and I'm handing them out to all y'all, man. Take over.
Well, bruh, that's the only part I gotta say to that whole thing. That's really the only opinion I have on this, to be frank. Like, the timing was kind of sus. Like, we know, Xbox fans have a lot to be happy about. Lots of news and things coming out. The Halo beta, all these things we're gonna talk about. Flight Simulator, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're at 10 million out of nowhere. Okay. Sure.
Yes, sir. The okie doke is back. Keep going, bro. The okie doke is back. Because y'all don't want to get me started.
It's classic Sony, though. Like, this is what they always like. And it's funny, too, because, their fans, I feel, they worse than Sony nowadays. Really, Sony doesn't have to lie too often. They just put in their lies at select moments, right? So I feel like it's really their fans who really out there capping real hard. Oh, Tech, I said the forbidden word. Capping real hard. Why? I guess. But it's true though. It's true though. I am going to keep it a buck.
Back in my day,
really,
cap meant something else.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat, no doubt. But yeah, what I was saying before, like, if it seems to me like the timing was suspect. That's the main thing about it. Like, it's just like, why now? Why now?
The biggest question is why all of a sudden you got almost every outlet just plugging that. But yet when something was mentioned about the numbers for Xbox, I mean, granted that, as we just discussed before we went live, it's not like they really care about the numbers. It's just dead silence.
Speak on it.
It's
Say it loud for the people in the back.
it's
Silence.
It's quiet.
And it kills me. And we were talking about this pre-show. If Xbox actually started as early as PlayStation did, we'd be neck and neck right now. In fact, Xbox would probably be selling even more. We all know PlayStation had their systems out way before Xbox did. So that being said, they got the jump on us. But you know what? That's not going to continue because it's already showing. We're getting banger after banger after banger. I mean, we got two games. One is like, it's over 85. The other one is at 92%. So it's like, I mean, the set guaranteed is going to be at least 85.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the bangers. What does PlayStation have? The one game, the one that was going to save them, just got delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Kina, Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah.
And that got delayed.
Yep.
When was it supposed to come out?
Oh, never mind. Oops.
A couple months even, I think.
Let me put that in reverse.
No doubt.
Here's an addition to those 25 or whatever. What are you saying? 10 million?
10 million.
There's a report that.
But also another thing to add to what he was saying that I forgot to mention is also that when we got our numbers out for the Xbox and everything, half of those went to Azure server farms.
That's true. That's true.
Chips. Yeah. The chips. But here's the thing about that too, though. Like, we really don't know how many chips Microsoft ordered versus Sony. I can only imagine their number is greater, right? But they have more places to put their chips. They got to put them in Azure servers, right? They got to have them in the
cloud.
Farms in the cloud, and they have to put them in consoles, and they started producing them after Sony did. So I don't think it's really amount of production in terms of how much they can get. It's about when they began, and Sony clearly began first. I still believe, the truth of it is that, the PS5 was supposed to be out a lot earlier, and then they must have heard word about what Microsoft was doing and panicked, and, they tried to overclock that system because you go back to those early rumors about the PS5, it all fits. I really do think that system was supposed to be out a lot earlier, and so they started production a lot earlier, and they still had that advantage. And Microsoft, even if they they had the money and the means to produce twice as many, they need twice as many because it's not just the consoles they putting these chips in. So it's like a step forward and a step back.
Yeah, and here's another one. So Sony is concentrating on the United States because they know they want to try to win. Was it MPD? So Xbox is going worldwide. They have their systems all over the place. So when you think about it, worldwide, chances are they're probably more neck and neck than they are, Sony with the lead. Mm-hmm. So, but they're not reporting that. Of course they don't report that.
Hey, you know what? You just said something real good. You got me started with that. I was gonna hold my mouth shut, but you said something about it could be neck to neck. J-Rock, you got anything to say real quick, fam?
10 million is a cute number, but what's the point? Only 500,000 of those are purchasing returnal.
Right.
Oh, and on top of that, it's been reported that only 25% of all PS5 consoles in circulation have never been used.
Yeah.
Another good.
They're sitting in somebody's garage. Yeah.
Oh man, that's beautiful, Tech. I like what you just did right there. Sony, not legal, not anybody else in this panel, and not in the game chat, right? This is Sony. Says it's still going to be hard to find a PlayStation 5 in 2022, people. That's next year. It's still going to be hard to find. Look, man.
Now, is that more because of the demand or because of the chips?
It's got to be the chips.
It's got to be the chips.
Probably both.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't ignore the lie. The lie is what I'm talking about, all right?
Yeah.
The funny games is what I'm talking about here. If it's hard to find, it's hard to find. How do you get hard to find and then there's 3 million already out the gate somewhere? That means that wasn't hard to find. Now, where I'm getting with that is this. It was already reported. I'm going to show you.
May. Oh. Is it the one I have on the screen?
If they came out to the retail stores, most likely somebody bought the consoles because they're all missing.
Mm-hmm.
But the report says shipped. So let's just go off what the report says, right?
There go. Never mind.
Here's the funny part about this. They said it's placed. I want everybody to hear this. 7.8 million shipped is PlayStation 5's best year. What? I'm not lying, bro. Right here.
PlayStation's best year. Oh, but here's the thing about that.
That's the best year when it's under the sale. It's under the projection.
Okay, well, I have a question about that then. Because which number do you believe? Okay, the 10 million they're reporting now, or the 7.8 that they claimed back in March? Which one do you believe? If you believe one. If you believe one. Because I believe the 10 million is real, or at least that's what they are officially claiming. Because remember, the quarter just ended. Microsoft, Google, Apple, all of them are putting their numbers out. You know, the revenue and their profits and all of that. So 7.8 million. Okay. Turn for me. March. Okay. May, June, and we at the end of July. So in 3 months, you only sold 2.2 million more. That means back at the end of March. It wasn't 7.8 million. It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been. It's impossible. Because if it was, that means you slowed way down. So let's say both the numbers are true. That's bad. So either one of those has to be false. And you have to believe that if you're a Sony fan to save face. Because if both of those numbers are real, that's bad. And that can't be possible. It can't be that bad with this many people capping, what are they? Capping that hard. No. Something's up.
It's funny how they try to band-aid the situation when they're talking about it. Now look, here's another article, right? And it says Sony is on track to sell 7.6 million. On track. The other one was 7.8 shipped, but this one says Sony is on track to sell 7.6 million PlayStation 5s. Now check this, by the end of March. But its long-term, look, it's funny how they put that in there because they couldn't ignore the fact, but its long-term goal is by no means guaranteed. Now, see how they did this? Now, watch this. By the end of the next fiscal year, April 2021 to March of 2022, they put a whole year on it. Look, Sony wants to sell more than 14.6 million. What? Wait a minute. So now we've extended this to a whole nother year? Tech, I thought it was supposed to be 11-something million now. Yeah. It's supposed to be 14-something million now.
They be lying.
So how did it go from this year to 2021 and you guys is believing what Sony tells y'all? Man, keep talking. I'm finna get those facts right now. Keep talking.
You know what? At this point, it's so hard to believe anything that comes out of Sony land. Honestly. Every time you turn around, it's another lie. I mean, at what point do we have to say as gamers, I mean, come on, come clean. It's like if I were a Sony gamer, I would be embarrassed by half of the crap that Jimbo and all the rest of the Sony crew has said. It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. They just keep lying.
Sony, I'd be embarrassed at the damn community.
I know. Oh my God. Yeah.
I'd be more embarrassed about that. I mean,
oh my God, it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous.
Because the majority of these narratives and stuff like that we're talking about is mostly between either them or the media. That's bringing this stuff up. Half the stuff I'm wondering, can we really even say, is Sony even really saying anything?
You know what? That's a good point. You got a good point there. Oh man.
Because everything that we see that's coming across, everything we see that comes across regarding Xbox comes from somebody from Xbox. But when it comes to something from Sony, Legal, can you answer me on this? Have we heard anything come from Sony?
No, we haven't. But I'm finna bust their ends real quick. Keep talking.
Oh my God.
I mean, I know I'm probably the only brother sitting here, with a tinfoil cap on his head and everything, but up at the little chalkboard with the strings connecting to it and everything like that. But yeah, man, but that's the question. That's the big question I have to ask.
All right, here we go. Y'all ready for this?
Here
beat
comes
down real quick. Here comes that beat down. Now this is Bloomberg.
Send me the link so I can put it on the screen.
Let me throw my shields up first.
This was on May 9th of 2021.
This jive
right
turkey.
Here.
send me the link so I can put it on the screen? Nobody wants to see your phone.
I'll send you the link. Here you go. Text him.
Jive.
I got you, man. Hold
turkey.
On. Yeah, Jive.
Your son must be nearby. That's why you're talking so polite.
Yeah. All right, right there. Now look, I sent it to you. Now check this out. Sony warns tight PlayStation.
Does it really?
See that wasted ammo.
Oh no, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's got to feel that. When the guns in Navarone go off, they need to feel that.
Yeah, that's one, that's two, that's two.
That's
we
right.
put in the clips, bro. We put them in the clip.
Here, I'll do this then.
In the beginning, and Sick, J-Rock, or E, y'all can look this stuff up. You can go back and type in like just put in something like Sony's projection of sales for the PlayStation 5. You know, put something in like that. But in the beginning, back last year, before the console even came out, you remember all the denies, okay? We remember about all you got to do is go back to the SoCs. Go to those chips, man, and Bloomberg is telling you that it was over half of them that was messed up. They were going to put out 11 million. Remember that? 11 million consoles worldwide. So Bloomberg said, "Hey, man, half of these are going to be bogus." So me and Tech said, "So that means there's only going to be 5 million that are legitimate." Now we keep going over this, but this is like old news. But we got to do this because people just seem to have amnesia. So right out the gate, 50% is gone. So you can forget that 11 million projection. It went to 5 million. Now, if it went to 5 million, they didn't even hit that because they came out with it was like four something million. Remember, at the end of the year, it was 4 something million. And then as the year went over, it came into April. This is where we got the 7.8. And it says that the units of the consoles went through March the 31st. Now that's this year. You see what I'm saying? 7.8, they made a big, huge loss because they were supposed to be at 11. At 11. That was their goal. They wanted to be at 11 at this point, but they failed. They only got 7.8. And that was shipped. So like Six said, that's not even a legitimate sale. But we'll say it is, okay? We'll give it to them. Because they're hard to find. All right, so we'll give it to them. So by the end of March, there was 7.8, right? But watch this. And it is aiming to sell at least 14.8 million units in the current. Are y'all listening to me, man? In the current. It doesn't say anything about 2022. In the current. So if that's in the current fiscal year, that means they're supposed to be having 14.8 right now. But see, what happens is when Sony knows they don't get their way, they start backtracking. They start going to the Kool-Aid factory. And they got to make that Kool-Aid. They make it by the water tower bundle loads, man. The water tower boat loads. And they ship it out. And these donkeys sip it. And what it does, it's an elixir. It's an elixir, man, and it causes them to forget. Right? They start sipping on that Kool-Aid, and it makes them forget. They lose all their common sense, right? And they
should be drinking this rum instead. It tastes a lot better.
Facts. They just start going off of what they read. Now, when they saw that they wasn't going to get that, then they said, okay, look, it's going to be hard. They just gave up and told them. Sony flat out told them, it's going to be hard to find a PlayStation 5 throughout 2022. They giving up. And then what's on the other side of that string? We're thinking about redoing it.
Oh,
we're thinking about
I don't even want to
redoing
get into that just yet.
Don't even get me started with that.
Not just yet. But because that's gonna transition the whole conversation. But before you do that, there's something I want to mention.
Yo, Sig, I got a question though before you do that.
Okay.
If they haven't even if they were shipping 7.8, and let's just give it to them. Let's say they sold it. All right. How in the hell? Look, this is the second. This hasn't. Yeah, it's the legitimate second fiscal. This is the second fiscal point, right, of the year for them.
A quarter. Yeah.
Of the quarter. That's right. They didn't hit 10 million. We know this to be true. Because there's PlayStations that got sent, but they didn't come out because they know they're messed up. Bloomberg told them not to put them consoles out. Y'all forgetting?
Right, but yeah. See, this is the thing I want to say.
Y'all, listen. They lied on Twitter.
Be nice, man.
Well, maybe it's something else actually, because remember what I had said from way back then in the beginning, right? When we first were podcasting together. Like, think about it. Like, Bloomberg said half of the chips don't work, and I just mentioned this earlier.
It said, and remember how much flack Bloomberg caught for that too?
Oh yes. Before I even say what I say, Bloomberg got a lot of crap. Yeah, just like the Switch OLED thing, they caught a lot of crap, even though they got 4/5 the story right. The only aspect they got wrong was the CPU power, but everything else was right.
Power
to the detail. But anyway, that just shows that Bloomberg knows what they're talking about. So then we just gotta, and Bloomberg was still getting disrespected, like unduly so. But that's one thing,
Bloomberg?
Right? But Bloomberg, since before the PS5 came out, said half of the chips were no good. And remember what I said earlier. I believe the PS5 was supposed to come out earlier, and they saw the specs of the Xbox Series X, and they panicked and wanted to overclock the chips. And this is something I've mentioned in earlier podcasts here. I
talked about that too. I know, and I can't remember the dude's name. I swear I can't remember his name, and I hate it. But I know how legal don't like name drops.
Ringo, something like that.
Drop them silly idiots on this channel, man.
Yeah, but no. This is Xbox dude. He brought this up in like I think it was either like Destin or somebody's bigger's channel. The same thing Sick is saying. He said that they on purposely did not let AMD finish their chips. They took them chips half baked. Just for the sake of being able to beat Xbox to the punch.
Well, that's not exactly my theory, because this is just a theory, right? Like, if the PS5 was ready, like the rumors had said way back when with the specs that was originally like, what was it, 9.2 teraflops or whatever? I think when they saw the specs of the Xbox, and then they panicked and wanted to overclock the chips, right? Up to a certain degree, but they had to do, variable, whatever, crap they're doing over there on the PS5. And those chips couldn't pass muster. There's nothing wrong with the chips as designed, but they weren't designed to be overclocked like that. So only half of them made the cut. And I think that's what Bloomberg was reporting. So that's why they can't have that many PS5s anyway. If the chips as designed can't cut the mustard when the mustard is at a higher level now. If they all have to be able to overclock, mustard. And even the ones that are out, they don't overclock properly. Earlier on, them systems were failing left and right. We would see videos all day on Twitter, all day. So I don't think these numbers could possibly be right. Then it's not possible.
Sig, E, J-Rod, 5 balls. Y'all know. I gotta bring it tonight. This isn't.
What you bringing? You bringing pizza?
Yo, listen, man. Listen to this, yo. I got breaking news, but it ain't really breaking news, right?
How much you need? What's your PayPal?
The Xbox Series X and S is the fastest selling consoles in Microsoft's history. Mark your date. Mark your calendars. What month are we in right now?
Pretty much August.
Yeah, okay. Close to it.
So if it's the fastest selling in history, you got some information to go look up.
What?
I got something. Let's go back to to 2014. Microsoft reaches 10 million Xbox One shipments 3 months after the PlayStation 4. Uh-oh, did I say PlayStation 4? So what was last gen? Xbox One, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about Xbox One. So if it was the fastest selling ever, we're just going to take Xbox One right now. So in November, so that would be what? July, so August, September, October, November. We got 4 more months to hit that 10 million mark. And that's shipped, right? Because I said shipments.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If they shipped it, they don't really know. So you can say it was 8 million. You can say anything while it was in the summer, right? That'd be a good guess. We know Timefall was pushing those numbers. All right? So check this out. Microsoft is revealing today that it will shortly have shipped 10 million Xbox One consoles to retailers. The significant milestone comes exactly 3 months after Sony first revealed it hit 10 million. So all this talking about Sony had a 2.1 lead, 3.1 lead, that was a bunch of lies. That was a bunch of lies. Watch this. This was worldwide numbers. Microsoft sales figures count devices shipped to resellers rather than sales directly to consumers. The PlayStation 4 has outsold Xbox One for 9 consecutive months with a total of 13.5 million units sold, right? But Microsoft thinks that Sony's winning streak might be coming to an end soon. As we head into the busy holiday season, Xbox One led the Generation 8 console, right, sales in the U.S. for the past 2 weeks. You don't get reports. This is why it was good to hear that Microsoft was dominating the U.S. just a few weeks ago. Microsoft knows the trend of Sony. They know they're finna come out and talk they talk. They know because they're a business and they know the fiscal year's got to come out and these companies got to let you know what they're doing. So what did Microsoft do? They threw all these games out. They put the pressure on and Sony took the bait. See, they put the pieces on the board. They put the rook, the bishops, the knights, the king and the queen. But guess what? They put all them pawns out there. Sony out there battling pawns. Sony sounding just like they sounded last gen. So when their back's against the wall and they running out of Kool-Aid, their first line of defense is to do what? To tell you how many consoles they sold. Because they know there's a lot of dummies out here, right, that are going to take that sold literally and forget that it even means shipments. Got a live and direct moment behind you, Ian. I love it.
Oh my God!
I love it.
She never fails.
Over there.
All right, hold on for a
your
second.
Daddy, man. Look at she coming on up. Look at her.
Look.
Get out of my room.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Yes.
How you change his voice?
The job never ends, bro. The job never
Sorry,
ends.
sweetie.
Go right now. I'll be back.
I love it. I love it. So we know it's the fastest selling, right, J-Rock?
Yep.
That means it has to be outselling these numbers right now, this projection. It has to be. So that means
they slip on the straw.
by November, we're not talking 10 million consoles sold for Xbox. That's just what it is. Xbox counts their shipments because the retailers buy from them. Retailers get their money and sell it back to us. Then we get it. You see what I'm saying? The money just gets flipped. So you really don't even have to count customers. It doesn't matter. When it comes out of that Microsoft warehouse, it's sold. Somebody had to buy those consoles out of that warehouse. Same with Sony. Same with Sony. When Sony says shit, we sold this many and it's shipped, you can count it as a direct sale because a retailer had to buy from Sony. It just didn't go to a consumer. I mean, that's what it is. So if Microsoft issued out that the Xbox Series X and S are the fastest selling consoles in history, do they need to tell you how many numbers they actually sold when that's not even the case for the money? We all know See, this is why they drinking that Kool-Aid. We all know that console sales don't bring profit. They sell these consoles at a loss.
Oh, and there's a little preview about what Jim Ryan had said, and because we're definitely gonna have to talk about that. But he literally said that himself. He literally said that himself.
Right.
You know, amongst the things that he said that they sell consoles at a loss because he was trying to talk crap about Game Pass and how they make their money with that, and that they have to sell consoles at a loss. That's how they see it over at Sony. Nintendo doesn't do that. Microsoft does that. Sony does that. Nintendo doesn't do that, right? But Microsoft does their
release these numbers. You know why I like Sony to release the numbers? Because every time they release them, it's followed by bad Sony news.
That's right.
Usually.
They like people to focus on the console sales, and then behind it, they're gonna start talking about how they want to bring more games to PC.
Oh.
Games aren't selling as well.
Oh.
How we're about to delay a game.
Did I not hear a rumor today, Sick?
It's only Wednesday, bro. Yeah.
Oh, man, it is only Wednesday, isn't it? Shit.
It's only Wednesday, man.
So
I'm already hearing that PlayStation games are going to PC. That's man.
Wait a minute.
Legal.
Wait a minute. That doesn't happen. No.
Legal.
Oh, and wait. And if it does happen, it's not day and date. So they purchased this new company. That specializes in porting games to PC.
No,
Jim
don't
Ryan
tell me that,
up.
E.
Whoa.
Don't
Jim
tell
Ryan
me that, E.
He backs it up. And then you still got the ponies out there. Oh, it's not going to be day and date, though. Not like Xbox. Xbox still has no games. Are you kidding me? Do you realize? Sorry, the guy tweeted today about that. It's going to happen.
There's a reason. There's a reason for them being bought now. Come on.
Hey,
that's a reason.
And here's the kicker. I think these Sony fanboys really think that the people at Sony, the higher-ups of Sony are fanboys too. They don't care about that. They don't care about fanboyism. All they care about
they got a business to run.
They got a business to run. So guess what? If they see Microsoft is doing this and they're making money, they started putting a few little sampler games on PC and it was actually profitable. Do you think they're going to leave that money on the table? Come on.
We're looking across the table and we're looking at a $2 trillion company, and we're not trying to make money like them. We're not going to look at them and be like, yo, we need to do like that. Nah, Sony ain't going to do that, man. Nah.
Dude, you know what happened, right? They heard what Sean Layden said when he said, listen, the consoles have basically plateaued. The number of console owners is pretty much the same as in the late 90s. We're just making them spend more money, but it's the same number of people. We need to expand. How do we need to expand? We need to broaden out.
He said that. And you know what the first safety net was that didn't really do them justice on that? The first little safety net they went to was the VR market.
Mm-hmm.
And that PlayStation VR,
even before then.
Garbage.
Even before then, they must not have liked that he said that, because all of a sudden there was a power struggle and he was out.
Yeah.
Then they started to do clown moves. Then the VR came out. And as a VR fan, right? And I bought one of those crappy headsets because I'm nuts for Ace Combat and airplanes and stuff. I used to be an airline mechanic, right? So aviation is one of my things that I'm just into. And I bought the VR headset on the PlayStation just to play the VR mode on Ace Combat because it was exclusive to PlayStation. And I can tell you, that's a crappy headset. That's a crappy
I almost
headset.
bought one.
They took the controllers from the PS3 to use with this headset. They didn't even make VR controls for this headset.
I almost bought one when it was on sale.
That's why
next headset, they're already showing new controls.
Stop right there, Sick. Did y'all hear Sick? And we talked about this.
No, I didn't hear it. There was audio problems.
Watch out.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing.
No, watch this. You good?
Yeah, my heart skipped a beat when he said that. Like, oh no.
Sick, like I can't get all that back.
Now, Six says something that's critical. It's just beautiful, right? Here you got something that's supposed to be the future. You got something that you're trying to push out for the future, right? This VR tech, this is the future of gaming. You know, we're gonna put it out there. You put it out there, but when you dig, and he's right, he ain't lying about this. But when you dig to see when you dig and do your research, you find out that the VR headset that they're using was those old Sonic View movie camera things. You know those little things that you used to put on your face? Yeah.
Oh, you mean
It had that little disc that rotated?
The
viewfinder.
Yeah,
the view something, yeah. Oh my God.
I'm not lying.
And that had better 3D than the PSVR. It really did. It really did.
This was in their warehouses. So they had to get this stuff sold. They had to figure out what can they do. Look at E. This is E. I'm not lying to you, E.
No, I
name it. The Viewmaster. The Viewmaster. That's what it was.
Yeah, the Viewmaster. That's what it was.
Put that up on the screen, man. The Viewmaster. One word.
Show them what it looks like.
It's on the screen.
It was red.
There you go.
Look at
now,
that.
I don't know what was going on. I guess over there they were actually doing that. You know, they were doing them. We had them when we were little kids. You know what I'm saying? But they make movies out of these things, right? So I guess, man, they just didn't appeal. But we know Sony sold out, right? They sold out to their own people anyway. So nobody really wanted them. So they were in the warehouse, along with those little dildo things.
Yeah, the iTwin, those controllers. That's right. That's right.
The little controller, the little pink blue little controller thing, right? When everybody was making fun of them, calling them dildos, and then the camera. See, the camera was never meant for the PlayStation. That was for that movie thing. It was a movie thing. I don't know what that was, you know what I'm saying? But those things were all PlayStation 3 equipment failures.
Yeah.
All right. It was supposed to
cancel the reality. Look at his face. You can't make this stuff up.
I'm not lying. He's not lying. I own
He's not lying.
There you go.
That's my cousin.
The 3D Viewmaster. That's what.
And here's the thing about and pause for a second. And I mean this straight up. This was better 3D, right, than a lot of things today, and I'm not exaggerating.
Right.
You go to like an estate sale or something, and you find you one for $2. That's better 3D. I am not exaggerating.
It's
no
crazy.
Nobody.
They took the
VR already.
Right.
It won't have you throwing up.
Nope, it won't have you throwing up either. But I don't know, man. If VR makes you throw up, you should go see a doctor. Actually,
they took the scraps. They took the scraps of the things that were not selling. Okay.
Get you some Dramamine.
They came up with this beautiful idea. Now look how they do their base. This is why I laugh at them. They accepted leftover trash that wasn't even being sold. They integrated the last generation's tech, put it with the PlayStation VR, which already eliminates it from being a current generation thing. Once you bring anything from the last gen and implement it with the new gen, it becomes last gen. You don't move forward, you stay still. So the PlayStation VR is not even current gen. It wasn't, in its day, it was last gen.
It really was.
You couldn't even, bro, do y'all, look.
It needed an external box to run everything because the PS4 couldn't handle it itself. It was embarrassing.
Wait, what?
Funny stuff. Mm-hmm. You remember when they didn't even believe in selling it by itself at first.
So it's just not a cable that connects directly to the console?
Y'all remember they got up on stage, man, and tried to bundle this thing? They tried to bundle it. They were trying their best to make the numbers look right. And it was like the PlayStation VR is going to come out for $499.99.
Let me tell you, I bought it like a year. I bought it 6 months after it came out. Bro, it came with multiple games in the box.
They tried to bundle it. It was by itself at $499.99. Then you remember that's when they brought the dildos and one little extra game.
Yep.
And the camera,
right there on the screen.
Because
there it is.
Look, man, I'm trying to get y'all to wake up.
I'm awake, man. I'm awake.
Dead. You remember the camera died? DOA. It was a stillborn. When the console came out 2013, that camera died. So all them years that went by, the camera wasn't selling. It was in the damn manufacturing warehouse, sitting there.
And it was their own fault. And it was their own fault because they talk shit about Connect.
They found.
Oh my God! Yes.
Look, man, they held the camera for ransom. They held it hostage. Yep. They said you will not be able to use this PlayStation VR unless what?
You have a camera.
Unless what?
You have the camera. And the thing about it was,
hold on,
they ruined their own cameras. By talking shit about the Kinect, they killed cameras for everybody.
I love it. Sid, the camera displayed at what imagery?
I'm not sure. It wasn't even HD. I don't think.
720.
Yeah. It was base HD. That's the lowest HD resolution. Yeah, that's not good enough.
Yo, man, that's future stuff.
Exactly, Tech.
Connector was doing better than that on the 360.
Connect was just killing.
I still got mine.
And they're gonna bring that disdain camera. Yo, they just modified it. The one for the PlayStation 5 is a joke.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
It doesn't seem too much better.
No, it's hilarious. But that's exactly what they did, And guess what? They called it genius.
Yeah.
They using PlayStation 3 parts.
Oh yeah, but hey, here's the thing: everything Sony does is genius.
Yeah.
Right.
They can't do no wrong.
Oh no! I mean, no. Far be it. It's ridiculous.
Think about it, y'all. When they bought up the two systems, that was easy over $1,000. Easy. For the total PlayStation experience, that was over $1,000-some. But like Six said, you got folks out here, these fake fronters in the Xbox streets complaining about a Connect. They were complaining about a Connect when the PlayStation fans had to pay $1,000 for their experience, and we just had to Connect to complain
about. A bunch of
about.
jive turkeys.
Sony been honey dicking them since the PS3.
This is before then. No. PS2. Because don't forget, Sony at E3, at the beginning of every E3, after they have their little montage video of games they sold, the previous year, it would be business class 101 time where they give you charts and sales figures about how many consoles they sold. And it happened every year. This was since the PS2 era. They started doing that at E3.
Yeah.
And then after,
know your history, folks.
After that, they'll start dropping ducks in bathtubs. And
all these people talk narratives on Twitter. This is where they learned it from. Nowadays, Sony doesn't say too much. These clowns run with the ball all by themselves. It's really not Sony that says too much nowadays. And to go back to this one thing we were talking about before, it was about Nixxes and the purchase of Nixxes, right? Early this morning, before it was even breaking news, I found this on NeoGAF. Not NeoGAF, Reset Era. I hate that site, but still I go there from time to time. You find tidbits of information. In past years, it used to be a lot better for that, and over time, it's worse. So Famitsu, okay, the big gaming magazine in Japan, had an interview with somebody from Sony, and they confirmed, quote unquote, that the purchase of Nixxes, the studio that ports games to PC, that's what they bought them for. And it was rumored. And I called up legal and I told them, this is what's going on, right? I sent them the link. I called them up. We were talking about it. And in the middle of it, Jim Ryan himself confirms it. But before he confirmed it, the fanboys were already starting their narratives. And they quickly shut up.
Yeah,
when Jim Ryan said the same thing.
Jim Ryan let them down.
Yep. Because they're already beginning to start. It was already beginning to bubble up.
They were about to get ready for that Daffy Duck. They were about to Daffy Duck us, man.
And then
you know how they do.
And then They got blasted in their face so hard that their beak was on the other side of his head. That's what happened. It was ridiculous. They were about to do it to themselves, and it's only Wednesday, folks. It's only Wednesday.
Jim Ryan Heathcliff, the whole Sony community. He Heathcliff.
Oh.
Yes. He didn't even do anything wrong. Listen, the fact that they're bringing out their games to PC is the same thing that Microsoft was doing even a couple of years ago that they got crap for, right? Nobody's saying anything about this. It's just, okay, word, right? This is what's going on. This is what you purchase Nix is for, right? And it's good business for them, like we discussed earlier. They're expanding their market. It just makes sense. That's what they bought. Like, it's simple to understand. But when you're just an insane fanboy who just wants to act like a child and you think like a child, you already see where they're going. And as soon as he came out with and they all just instantly shut up. I just saw all the conversations just dead. It was hilarious.
I mean, they're gonna be disappointed if they think Sony purchased that company for the amount that they did, only to bring games to the PC 1 year, 2 years afterwards. Oh, they purchased to bring those games day and date.
I know. And that's the sad part. And the only reason why Sony hasn't started doing that is that they know that because they have these big babies that worship their company, worship their systems, that they have to let them down easy.
He offering sacrifices to them.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous.
It's funny too, and here's the thing about it too. They bought them from Square, right? So, Crystal Dynamics, all the Tomb Raider games and a bunch of other games, right? These were the guys who brought these games to PC and console. They didn't actually develop the games, right? But they were the ones who made the console and PC versions. Now Square has nobody to do that. And Sony spent a lot of money for that. So now Square is in a corner. And, Square and Sony are butt buddies, right? And have been since, Square's been mad at Nintendo, back in the 90s when they went cartridges instead of CDs with the N64. Learn your history, So they've been that close for over, what has it been now? Like 26 years plus, right? So
the whole thing has been get back at Nintendo. That's all it's been.
Right. So Sony basically has Square. They got the money for it, but they needed them to port their games. Like, who's going to do that work now? Who's going to do that work
funny?
now?
Look at Six. It's funny, ain't it? It's hilarious.
Yeah. It's like, you think it's a smart move, and it is. They need to bring their games to PC and expand their market.
But they don't even be understanding what happens. They don't even understand what takes
place. Their business partners. Yeah, one of their closest business partners. This is bad for Square.
It's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Yo, you got folk out here making articles. Game Pass is hurting them so bad. There's this article on Eurogamer, right? Sony just did a better job of convincing me Xbox Game Pass is viable than Microsoft has so far.
The biggest shit I've ever seen from Eurogamer. That's the people who run Digital Foundry, by the way. And we know where they side with. Well, certain people there, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Certain people there. Not all of them, because certain people there will just spit the facts out, so they do.
I gotta read this. This is hilarious, right?
Walrus.
You should have saw that video they did for Flight Sim.
Oh yeah.
Your boy couldn't say much.
It wasn't but they tried.
Oh, John Linneman. Yeah, he tried. He tried to do his crap, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. And if Eurogamer comes out with shit like that in their headline, boy, it's a new day. This is what it is like.
Mm-hmm.
This is Wesley Ying Pu, right?
It was let out a grunt when he heard it could hit 120 frames. Like,
Facts.
Shout out to D-Batch, man. Shout out to D-Batch. Even before Digital Foundry.
Here's my problem with people, man.
120.
Right. Here's my problem with people. Mm-hmm. They just don't think, E.
Oh, I agree.
This game was built on what? I want the answer to that. Where did this game get developed on? Where did it first come out on?
Oh, 40 years ago.
Thank you.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
It was on what?
PC.
It was on the PC.
Thank you.
And it would always kill whatever PC generation it came out on. That was always the crisis of its era. Always.
Why would anybody think the game would be built on 30 frames per second minimum when it's built on? Think about that, man. Sick. Look, we're sick. I'm not talking about that no more. Look, we can get dumb. We can talk about dumb things, but when it's just clear as ever clear dumb,
yeah,
we're getting off that subject, bro.
Let's get
For all
dumb.
y'all that thought this game was a 30 frames per second minimum game, you're dumb.
Yep.
The game was built on PC. That means it can do 120 frames per second. You build a powerful PC, it can do that. Why? Because PC is a customizable experience.
Even Satya Nadella had to come out and talk about it.
Oh, hey, wait
Nelson Mandela?
Wait a minute. The sad part is the Xbox Series X is outperforming some of these high-end PCs with this game.
Yeah.
And they can't, and nobody's
giving it no credit. Because the thing is this, man. We know that the industry is a bunch of donkeys. We know this. So the objective is to stay quiet when Microsoft is killing it. When Microsoft is doing well, we don't want to talk about it, okay? Because we know most of the masses are sipping on the Kool-Aid. So as long as we don't bring it to the light, they'll never think for themselves. They're just waiting on us to say anything. So they keep all of that on the hush when Microsoft is just killing it, which Microsoft is still killing it today, and that ain't stopped. Microsoft is doing very well. Tomorrow, Ascent comes out. All hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose when that game comes out. But they sit here and throw a cloud over it, and stuff does. And it's clear. We're not stupid. We see it. The thing is, they hate to see us enjoy our games.
Right.
Oh, that's it.
Let me ask you
their stupidity, and we just enjoy our games. That's what really makes them mad. But I want to read this because this is hilarious. I want everybody
to enjoy their own.
Quick
they can't enjoy their own. Look at Ratchet and Clank done in what under 11 hours.
I don't want to get to that yet.
Yeah, I want to talk about Ratchet.
Talk about that. Don't even bring that up yet.
Oh wait, can I just mention one thing? What about Kena? Did you guys hear about that? It just got delayed until what is it, September now? So what games the PlayStation's got no games?
Yeah, literally.
Really? Honestly, that was the only
salvation. From the jump. We've been saying that from the jump. But I want to read this to y'all. Microsoft has run up against questions about actually what questions? Financial viability ever since it launched the subscription service. So Digital Foundry, because you don't know how Microsoft makes their money off of Game Pass, they're not really making money off of Game Pass. Really. But I just thought Microsoft just made more money. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Did we not just get a report a couple weeks ago that Microsoft outsold what? PlayStation and Nintendo in America, right? By what? The moolah.
See, legal.
The bags were full.
Yeah, see, legal. And the thing is,
so if Game Pass isn't making money for Xbox, I want everybody to understand this common sense. If Game Pass isn't making money for Xbox, it's damn sure not hurting Xbox from making money.
And see, and they made that, and they got that all that money and stuff like that. Even though they also cited that they had a few losses, like with some of the hardware, but they still made bank.
Wait a minute,
because the report said they didn't even outsell them with consoles, and they made more money. So how are they making more money? Okay, let's just throw Game Pass out the equation. So now, Digital Foundry, tell me how Microsoft is making all this money with Xbox. Stop talking about Game Pass. Remove Game Pass. So where's the money coming in at, Digital?
They're selling games. They're selling games, Brand.
They're selling games. They're selling controllers. They're selling SSD cards. They're selling all kinds of stuff.
Refrigerators to come soon, and possibly a speaker, because everybody, listen, keep running your mouth, and they're gonna sell that speaker too. And
there's a speaker now.
Exactly, and
probably gonna be.
And don't forget the Xbox gear.
Oh, did you guys see the Xbox Series S suitcase?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yo,
I know a couple people who's definitely gonna have to buy one. But
we're still on it.
Yeah, legal. To back up what you were saying just a second ago, right?
Facts.
Microsoft is selling games, and we know it because everyone is saying, even though they play games off of Game Pass, they're still buying the games, even though they have Game Pass to support the game. And not every game is on Game Pass. There was a great title that came out last week for $20. That's not on Game Pass, but it was still on everybody's lips as if it was. Death's Door for $20.
Oh,
right?
But wait a minute. I thought us Xbox don't buy games. Wait a minute.
Contrast.
We're gonna get to that.
Contrast to the PlayStation situation. Okay, we're seeing the sales numbers for Ratchet and Clank and.
Sick! Don't do it yet.
Oh no! You want me to drop the bomb? Come on, man.
Oh no! I don't let the dog can open.
Don't do it yet, Sick. I dropped the bomb, man. Let's go.
Hey, man, it's not great shit.
Let's go, man. Let's see what these PlayStation fans been doing.
Returnal,
been away with
the
no
first
game.
quote-unquote true next-gen game, didn't even sell 1 million copies.
Wait a minute. So can I just interject for a second? So I made this analogy on Twitter, and you should have heard the ponies. I said, okay, so you actually have a bake sale, and you have you're selling 10 donuts, and by the end of the day, somebody takes and just eats half of a donut of those 10. Do you consider that a success?
Right.
You didn't make any money. Right. Seriously? And then they started coming up with excuses. Well, they didn't have enough copies out there in the wild. What about digital?
Right,
digital, there's no limit on digital.
Get them, E.
That's 80% of the market nowadays is digital.
Oh my God. It's like the excuses that they use.
Mm-hmm.
That's that Kool-Aid, baby.
Oh my God.
Can't be that dumb. Yes, they can, bro. You ain't heard the last of it.
No.
Yo, how many? Yo, throw the numbers up. Sick.
I think it was less than 600,000. I think it was like 580, 560 something.
560. I got on the screen.
It
was 560.
560.
I remember.
There you go.
Ridiculous.
Is that worse than Marvel?
That's worse than Space Jam.
Space Jam.
You went there.
Look, man, there's this dude called Stefan Totilo or Steven.
I think it's Steven.
Tohilo, something, you know?
Totilo.
Tortilla?
Comes out on Twitter and says Sony also said today that Returnal sold 560,000 copies. That's it. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you. And the big boy, right? Now watch this. Now this is where it comes back to bite you, Sony. This is why we laugh at you. There's 10 million consoles in the universe that was sold to aliens. You know, to aliens in deep, dark, celestial
corners of the internet.
Beyond beyond Marvel Universe. We're talking sold to Galactus and the Tribunal and you know the Watchers. Okay.
Ooh.
Right. We're way out there. The one above all in the Marvel Universe. The one above all. Okay. He's even got a PlayStation 5 console.
I don't know, Legal. I don't know if I want to get in a multiplayer session with the Watcher. All he would do is just watch.
That's it.
And the funny thing about it is, the reason we can't get none if we wanted to, right, is because the one above all, his keeps breaking. He keeps having to get a replacement system. So there's none left for nobody else.
There's no left.
It's his fault. It's his fault.
Right, it's his fault. The one above all.
That's crazy.
The highest ranking, the highest ranking being. I think Thor mentioned about him. He's the highest ranking being in the Marvel Universe. Nothing can defeat this dude. He's like God, the father of the Marvel Universe. He birthed it all. Okay, he created everything. Right. He got a copy of Ratchet and Clank, and even him with all his celestial beings could not get this thing past 1.2 million. But J-Rock, There's 10 million consoles out here, but the games ain't being bought.
But wait, I thought exclusives were important,
That's
right?
1%.
They're
That's
important?
genius.
Really?
It's
Who told you these
10%.
lies?
Hey,
Who told you these lies? Yo, touch the dollar and tell us where they touched you, man. Okay, who told you these lies?
Last gen, more people were playing third party games.
games,
I know.
like, games they bought, right?
Yeah, they were playing what? They were playing what? Most Call of Duty.
I don't know which was worse. Either buying a console and not buying games for it, or buying a game and not completing it.
That's a good one.
1.1 sold. But I want everybody to understand this because we got dummies. All right, we got dummies, y'all. That's worldwide.
And that's the typical
I don't
attach
think
rate.
nobody's listening, bro.
That's the
That's
typical attach rate.
1.1 million worldwide.
Yeah.
So somewhere, 25,000 only got sold. Somewhere, 10,000 got sold.
Right. Now that's like saying people in the whole tri-state area bought that shit.
That's 1% total. There's 10 million consoles sold, but only 1.1 million bought the game. So what's the other 8.9 million consoles doing out there, Tech? What they doing out there?
Gathering dust.
Collecting dust.
They're on Twitter.
Collecting dust.
Exactly. Whatever you come up with, you're correct. Collecting dust, sitting on Twitter, doing nothing, broke down, whatever.
They're playing Xbox. That's what they're doing.
Facts.
That's
One thing it's not doing, consoles are playing those exclusive games.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
They're watching
And they're
Prime.
definitely not on Pornhub because they don't have a web browser anymore.
Oh, they
I don't know
don't?
why they took that out.
No.
No,
That's
they
right.
don't.
Yeah, they don't even have a web browser, bro, in 2021.
They took it out of the PS5.
I mean, not that
Remember
I use
the last-
mine, but
The
still.
last time we spoke on the phone, I told you that. I said, I'm willing to bet you that they deliberately disabled that browser because that the first thing jokers were going to do was dial into where?
Yup.
Xbox.com/play.
Whoa.
The community that rather
Well,
watch
that's the accidental lucky part that they did that. But I really think it was because Pornhub, okay, they said it themselves because any website can track the name of the client that's accessing the website, right? And the number one was the
snap.
PS4
I better
browser.
close my phone.
Hack. Go look it up. I'm not exaggerating or lying. So they knew.
And the shit was
Sony
searching.
had to be angry about that. Sony had to be angry about that.
That's why you get a. That's why you get a burner phone.
Oh,
Oh snap! We gotta stop right here because look
Angry about
who's
that, but
in
not angry about
the chat.
their own community threatening even their own developers.
Right.
Bro, and the things they were searching for, that shit was crazy.
That was
Bro,
crazy,
It was in the
yo.
report. It was in the report. It wasn't your average, okay?
It's some weirdo stuff, man. I mean, they were looking for 2x4s and screwdrivers. I was like, what?
Like what? Like it's Lowe's?
Yeah, man. So it was a lucky coincidence.
Yo, they were looking for nails.
Right.
Nails.
Coincidence. But I think you're right.
Nails and
That they had
drills.
Can you tell me what the
web
force
browser
section
support
is?
was going to happen.
Well, wait. If you only have an exclusive, like almost 7 months or so,
What?
you got nothing else to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I don't understand.
They play Fortnite.
That's slow, bro.
I don't understand this, for a platform that, admittedly was known for their exclusives. It's been a long time since Sony was putting out games back to back to back. Remember the last E3 that they were at? It was a two-pronged effort. They spent a lot of time wasting time with musical performances or whatnot, and then having to move the crowd to the next location. Why? Because they didn't have a lot of games to show. And everybody, and myself included, all assumed that they were holding back for the next generation because it was going to be at the next E3. And then all of a sudden, number one, they weren't at E3. And it's been years since. Where the games at, Sony? Where's all your franchises? You're so far behind of where you normally are at. And even every generation, they start slow. It's true. But yet and still, they are far behind on software. And then the delays, bro, what's left for this year out of them?
That's the thing. I mean, they're hoping and they're praying that, between Kena and also maybe Horizon may actually hit this year.
Horizon.
But if Kena just got delayed, that's not coming out until next year. Guaranteed. It'll be the beginning. It'll be first quarter next year.
Microsoft doesn't even need Halo to beat all of that.
No, they don't.
And,
that's the sad
and
part.
Halo is a nuclear weapon. That's it.
Let
They
me
stopped
say
the bomb. They
this.
already got the year.
Let me say this. Microsoft is making all this money without Halo,
Yeah.
Gears,
Yep.
Forza, Fable, any of
None
them.
of that's even out yet.
None of them even came out, man. And Microsoft making all this money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Well,
funny part. That's the funny part. And you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
know what else? So when that stuff is happening, Sony throws this out.
What is it? A phone?
It's a phone. Former Naughty Dog. Oh yeah, Infinity Ward and PlayStation developers start a new studio.
They gassed that up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they just started it up, you got 4 years, baby.
Yup.
Why are we talking about it?
And they're probably multi-plat.
Why
They're
are we
probably
talking about it?
multi-plat.
You just
There's gonna
started
be
up
a AAA shooter and it's gonna be multi-plat.
Facts.
They're independent. They don't work for
Right.
Sony or Microsoft.
Indies.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If Sony wants to make money now, things are gonna have to go multi-plat because we see clearly that you Sony donkeys out here don't take care of your platform like I've been saying.
Right.
You don't take care of the only one you take care of is PlayStation Plus. And you do a decent job at that. And the 30% reason why you even get it is to get free games.
Bro, yo, Sony had the audacity to call Returnal a mega hit.
Right. You have the audacity.
Not even a million
The
sold.
audacity.
Like the old Southern
audacity.
sisters. Our old Southern
Bunch of
sisters would
jive
say,
turkeys.
you got the nerve.
And then what kills me, so Sony makes the show for Microsoft, and the game was one of the best-selling games for Sony because it was on Xbox.
Yeah. Sony doesn't get that money. The MLB does because they publish it themselves. Sony only gets the original check that they originally got from making the game. And that check has nothing to do for the Xbox, or rather with the Xbox, because that check was paid off before MLB went to Microsoft and said, hey, you know what?
What's up, player?
We're going to put the game on your platform. What's up, player?
What's up, player?
What's up, player? Can you make us some money? Oh, you can make us some money. So Sony's not even making a profit off all those Xbox copies. The MLB is directly.
And then the best part is, so MLB is making money from this. It went to Game Pass. Everybody cried. Oh my god! And then people are still buying it on Xbox.
Yeah, they're buying it outright. Yes, because people on Xbox actually buy games. This is one of the first things I said we do legal.
Yo, E, that's funny that you said that because MLB was the #1 game for the Xbox that month. It was the #1 bought game.
Mm-hmm. I know anybody who's saying Xbox is gonna buy games. There it goes. Yep.
Yo, we got Jeremy Merchant in the chat.
Yo, my man Eli, the realest in the panel, man. I see you sleeping up in here, crashing up in here, man. My man's in the building.
Hey.
What's good, Eli?
Hey, I was about to pull a drive-by, man. I'm just listening now.
I feel you, fam. I feel you.
He waiting for the perfect moment to slide in.
He's doing that.
When y'all were talking about
doing that
why
Boys in the
Sony's been
Hood
slacking
drive-by.
on the shows.
Yeah.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? All these little ponies look like little Rickies to me. But look, when y'all were talking about how Sony wasn't doing it, they showed the same thing for like 3 straight years.
Right.
Y'all jumped right into something else. I didn't even jump in. I said, all right, let them flow. But yeah, we know. And just like they're hyping up the stuff that they just acquired, they got mad at us for being excited about new acquisitions or new possible deals in the works. Now that's where they are. But we know why Sony has to delay their games because they can't keep up the pace. They have to have
Eli's like rolling
every
up
now
like
and then.
this. Like, what are you looking at on the screen?
Yo, Eli,
Yeah.
let me.
I'm serious, man. Your avatar like you about to slap somebody.
That's Eli, J-Rock, and Legal.
Hey man, I pity these fools.
Yeah, Eli, let me ask you something right quick. Eli, don't these ponies own high rigs, high powered rigs?
Right.
That
So what's
was
they
the
complaining
class.
about?
Nah,
Every one of them.
that's what they think is a trump card. Like, oh, I'm not really a pony because I have everything. Dude, it doesn't
Right.
matter. What you say distinguishes what you are.
Right.
Who you are.
Eli, it's in the language, fam. It's in the language.
Yeah, like you can, like I have a PC. I got all that crap, but I bleed green, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But these guys, they don't have rigs. You know what? I mean, if they got the cloud, they can claim they have a rig. I guess they play Stadia. They don't have these rigs.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just something they say. You can be whatever you want to on the internet.
Right.
Because if they did have a rig, they wouldn't be whining about Bethesda games. They wouldn't be whining about consolidation.
No, they just be like, hey, I'm playing that. Exactly.
Yeah, because all that stuff's going to PC. And
They
eventually
tell off on
PlayStation,
themselves soon as they open up their mouth. That's it.
Yeah, they ought to be excited about games going to PC. You playing it on the better hardware, right? I mean, because that's what it was all about when you had 1.3 versus 1.8. You know what I mean? That was
PlayStation 5 is a third stream console. You have to wait your turn. You coming off that bench. Third man.
Snap.
It's Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, then it's PlayStation 5.
No, it's Ouya and then PlayStation 5.
You know what? It's XCloud, then PlayStation 5. You gotta wait your turn out here, man. And they did the okie doke. They did the okie doke when they put the PlayStation 5 together, didn't they? They didn't even make it full RDNA 2. They pulled the okie doke right there. They use an old last gen, right? They kept some old last gen qualities. They brought some new. When they brought the new gen in, then they took the new gen stuff off the chip. Remove features. They removed features. You know why they had to remove those features, everybody? Because features cost money. And it costs to be the boss.
It costs money.
You get an RDNA and you ain't shelling out that bag. You got to shell out those bags. You want these features? It's going to cost Sony. So you know what Sony did? They went back in their lab, like they always do. And they came up with this divisive plan, tech, and said, you know what? We can shoot some injection into these pixels. We can blow them up. And we can reach 4K at 1080p and call it 4K gaming. They're sipping Kool-Aid. They never know the difference. What we'll do is we'll show them computer CGI gameplay, and they'll think that's the gameplay. Then somebody at Sony is saying they'll know. And then somebody, like 5 others, will get up and say, what are you talking about? They never know. This always works. And if you say one more thing, you're fired. And guess what? They come out with state of play, and they'll show 5 games in front of that game, right? They'll all in within 2 minutes. And then they'll show this game for like 15 minutes, and they know by the next day they done lost their minds, and they come out talking about it. But as the days and the months come to that release,
I'm back.
something about that game starts looking weird, and everybody starts talking about how that game doesn't look like it was when it was shown. This always happens. And then when the game comes out, it's missing things. There's things that were not on this uniform. There's events that are going on that's not in the game anymore. And they actually start asking questions. That's when it gets funny. Like, when I was watching it, it had all this in it. Well, where did it go?
Where did it go?
Yeah, I'm sad.
I'm sad.
Now that I'm feeling sad, I'm fixing to go on Twitter and mess with people because I'm sad.
So you talking about reflections in like Spider-Man that look weird?
Remember that?
They didn't even. Oh my god! And they tried to they tried to explain that one. Oh well, It's not that. Oh my God!
Miles was supposed to be the most beautiful game. You know what cracks me up? Every freaking PlayStation game, I don't care. Astrobot is the most beautiful game ever made. It's the most beautiful game I've ever seen.
Glorified tech demo. Oh, but to get back to the Spider-Man thing, you know how they tried to hide it too when the PlayStation. Listen, the PlayStation fans even knew something was up, so they were complaining about it before the game even came out. But the press tried to cover it up and act like, it's Autogate, it's this, it's that. But they did see a difference. Was it a big difference? No, but they noticed something even there. Right up.
Yo, I got a question for J-Rock. I got a question for J-Rock. Hey, yo, E, where you from, E?
Oh, from Philly.
Okay. You escaped. But J-Rock and Sick are in New York, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When y'all saw that Miles Morales, I've never seen New York that unpopulated in my life.
Bro, it's gentrified, man. You know, maybe it's representing the current time with COVID and all that. I don't know.
Bro, even that's what I'm just gonna say. Even when Godzilla be blowing up, y'all see, there's more people on the streets. There's more people on the streets than I've ever seen in that game. I was like, dude, New York never sleeps.
Okay, legal. I'm like a hop, skip, and a jump from New York City. Go there all the time. I can't even get into the city. It takes me almost 20 minutes just to get into the city, but yet there was nobody in the city in Spider-Man. Okay, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if you can't make a game right, stop making a game, man. It's pathetic.
I agree.
What I'm saying? You're covering up. And you know what they like to do? They love to bring Miles Morales close to the screen so they'll lose their minds. Oh, look, it's beautiful, but soon as he gets away, he's 2 inches on your screen. And he's flying, he's swinging on his webs, swinging through the air. Well, what did you expect him to do? He's Spider-Man. I just didn't think he was going to swing through the air as a chair or a rock or a lamppost or a telephone booth. You know, he was swinging through the air, and we were trying to find Miles Morales, but we were looking at cars swinging on a web. What else was there? Water puddles.
That's just showing you the power of the PlayStation 5.
Fire hydrants.
Showing you the power of 1.5.
Like, yeah, I was saying earlier to Eli, but then I got dropped. These ponies claim to own high-end rigs, right? So why is it that now we're just hearing about all these criticisms and bashing Flight Simulator poses? Didn't you guys play that already?
Right.
Why didn't you bring that? Why you ain't post about that back then? Why are you posting about it now?
And ain't they trying to avoid reviewing it? I heard they're not even
right.
Bro, people, this is what's beautiful, man. The streets is beautiful. They're calling these articles out. Like, where's your reviews for this game? And they say they don't want to review it because they don't want it to score higher than these Donkey Kong games. That's sad. And you know what? Legal's too real for that phony. I'm too real for that. I can't be in this sucker community like that. I can't. I like being a rebel. I like going up against the grain.
But
legal. But they want to take time and review.
It's like not being a dumbass. That's what it is.
But they want to review Grounded?
Yeah.
A game that's not complete. They want to review Grounded, but not Flight Simulator.
Facts.
Yo, that's what I was about to say, because they were I
got it.
And they rushed to review it.
You remember when they tried to review? Look, bro. You remember, and I ain't even gonna call his name out because I called him on Twitter. Remember how stupid it was to make a review claim about? Look, bro, this dude, and he knows who he is. He literally tried to compare Halo Infinite to Ratchet and Clank, and said Ratchet and Clank looks better than Halo Infinite. The games aren't even, at that time, they were both incomplete. But now he's looking real dumb because Ratchet and Clank is already out. And we saw that it did not live up to that Pixar. Oh, it looks like it looks just as better, if not better, than Pixar. Insomniac did a genius job. I don't know how they did it, but they got the game looking. It's not better than Pixar. I was like, dude, get off the rock. Get off those solid rocks. Stop smoking that stuff, man.
Yo, even with Game Pass, I bet you
Halo
Infinite gonna sell more than that.
Halo Infinite's not out yet, J-Rock. We gotta hold people accountable.
And I bet you it's gonna sell more than that Ratchet and Clank.
Come on, man. You're comparing. First of all, you're comparing two non-finished games. One is finished. One is a platformer / action adventure. 3D / 2D mixture of elements. Right?
Corridor. Yeah.
The other one is a pure shooter. It's a legendary first-person shooter.
In the open world.
Your comparisons are even stupid. That's what you. Oh, and one's animated and one's not. One's a cartoon. That's what you're comparing. But the funny part is, Ratchet and Clank failed to put out the real resolution.
I think Ticket's getting ready to drop a bomb, man. He's just making sure his muscles is nice.
Man, I need to stretch out, man. My legs are sleeping.
Tech was about to kick a verse. Yeah, jive, turkey.
Jive, Tech.
He's about to get ready to flow over here, man.
Illegal, like I was saying, even with Game Pass, I bet you Halo Infinite will sell more on the Xbox Series console than Ratchet and Clank did on the PlayStation 5.
And the multiplayer is free. And the multiplayer is free.
With its 10 million consoles out there.
Mm-hmm.
J-Rock, I'm willing to bet that not only are you right, let's make it fun tonight. Let's do some predictions, y'all, because y'all are all smart people. I'm gonna come out swinging. I still stand on my 40 million for Game Pass at the end of the year. I'm still standing on that, but we're gonna make it even more interesting. Halo Infinite, 5 million out the gate, bro. Anybody want to say I'm wrong? I'm lying? Let's go.
Listen,
I got 5 million out the gate.
So you don't need.
You guys can hear me. For some reason, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You got yourself muted, E? Yeah.
I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
All right.
Okay. Well,
illegal. It might do more than 5. It's on 2 platforms.
Facts.
It's on 3.
Facts. But guess what? The platform don't matter, because if it's on Steam platform, you still got to get you an account. You still got to buy the Game Pass when you're on PC. It don't just come on PC. So you still got to get an Xbox account.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Or you buy in the Windows Store. Yeah.
I want everybody to understand this about Xbox. Xbox isn't just a console anymore.
Yeah.
Those days died. That narrative died. Xbox is a tablet. Xbox is a monitor screen. Xbox is a phone screen. Xbox is wherever it can be on a device. That's where Xbox is at. So it doesn't matter where it's at. That's what Phil Spencer's been knocking on everybody's door, right? Yep. Play where you want to play. But just know, wherever you play, when you want to play those Xbox games, that money's going to Xbox. That's it. Doesn't matter if I was playing on my view camera. I have to get an account to buy that game to play on it. I still got to put my money in the Xbox. It doesn't matter where I go. So if it goes on PC, who cares?
I'll be finished in a few minutes, okay?
You can't just go to PC and play Halo Infinite. It doesn't work like that. You can't look sick. You can't just get a Steam account and then play Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite isn't a Steam account game. It's a Game Pass game.
Right.
So you have to do 2 things. Open up a Steam account, open up a Game Pass account, play Halo Infinite. On my Xbox, all I gotta do is turn it on, because I already got an account on it. I ain't gotta do no more steps. That's it. Anywhere else, you gotta do 2 steps. If you're on the console, turn it on. No step needed.
Well, not even on PC, because on PC, you see, since Microsoft runs and owns, Windows, because they created it.
The install base over there.
You can just, it's in the Windows Store. You don't even need Steam. But a lot of PC people prefer Steam. They trust Steam, and they'd rather rock with Steam. But you see, that's choice.
Right.
You know, Microsoft is a company about choices. This is why when you compare to Apple and stuff, like not to knock Apple on their computers or whatever, but every couple of years, it's a cutoff point. If you don't purchase the new laptops or whatever, you're left behind. Microsoft doesn't do that, and a lot of people, you know, they prefer the PC for that. You get options. You know, the same thing they have on PC.
I hate options.
They have on console. It's called options. And Sony seems to be more like Apple in that regard, without the success. They lock you down, but you get nothing for it.
Options the worst. Options just blows.
He's you're telling the truth, bro.
I know. I'm telling you, options suck.
There's no investment. Yo, J-Rock, you got a PlayStation 5, right?
Yeah.
You bought that garbage,
He sounds
right?
sad. He's like, yeah.
He cut it out fast. He did sound sad. I'm not gonna lie.
He sounds embarrassed. Like, yeah, I got it.
I got caught.
No, yeah, exactly. No, I'm asking J-Rock.
Yeah, I got it.
He knows I'm messing with him. He knows I'm messing with him. That was all for fun and games. Look.
How's the future feel in your hands?
I'm asking him an honest question. Do you feel invested? Okay. The reason why I'm asking you that, you can't bring your saves from last gen over to the PlayStation 5. You can't bring current PlayStation 4 games over to the PlayStation 5. Where's the investment? See, this is what I'm saying. Okay, J-Rock, try your hardest to sell me that PlayStation 5. I'll give you all the time in the world. Sell me that PlayStation 5.
Well, mostly what I'm gonna mention is the controller. That's what I'm gonna focus on.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. The controller.
That's a damn shame, ain't it?
What about what about the side panels?
I'm going to another store. I'm out of here.
And he owns one, folks. He's not lying. He owns one. That's the best he got.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't turned it on since I beat Ratchet and Clank.
No, that's true. I know you haven't. You haven't even spoke about it.
Yeah, that's right.
He has
After being Ratchet and Clank, I'm not gonna buy no director's cut of games. Nah, I'm not doing that garbage.
Yo, J-Rock contributed to the 1.1 million. He did his part.
He's a gamer.
And what kills me is they're still screwing them over because where's your secondary storage solution?
Right.
Oh, that was to happen. And you still got the fanboys saying, "Oh well, it's coming, it's coming."
It's cool. It's cool. We don't need it.
I had somebody on Twitter literally broke down all the gigabytes of the games, and you know what he said?
I remember that.
You was there with me.
I was there.
It was the funniest day of my life.
Oh my God.
Crying. We was laughing.
My God.
We was laughing because I said, bro, you did all of that and you lying just like Jim Flying Lion Ryan does. You sat up here and gave us all these games with all the gigabytes to them or megabytes to them, however they were loading up, right? But yet, you failed to tell the truth. You don't play those games. You play Call of Duty. Now let's start at Call of Duty and let's see if you can fit all those games that you just named on that PlayStation 5.
I know, right? They can't do it.
It's a wrap.
I can't understand how PlayStation people can be satisfied with the crap that
It's
Sony
a taco.
does. I don't get it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it boggles the mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got somebody else that just crashed the party. The almighty T Reaper in the building, man. What's going on, my friend?
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Everybody doing good. You looking good out there, T Reaper, man. It's good to see you in good health.
I apologize for being late. I legitimately just woke up from my nap.
What's going on, T?
Man, well rested.
I want to let everybody know tonight, T Reaper's coming back on Direct Gaming, man. He's back. T Reaper's been doing his little Rocky Balboa, man, getting outside the house. He's been running across the sands out there on the beach. He's been getting his immune system back up, man. And it's good to see him. He's in good spirits. And like T Reaper will say, man, enjoy your life. Life is fragile, but life is good at the same time. Don't take your life for granted. And T. Reaper, I just want to say, man, thank you for showing me that every single day, bro. Appreciate you, man.
You're very welcome. And to respond to why Sony can be satisfied is because it's the only thing they've been known to be satisfied with. So, but you know, when you're basically satisfied with a 30 FPS lifestyle, I mean, you know, more power to you, I guess. But 60 is the way to go, or 120 is the way to go. Anything that is fun, that is actually faster than, you know, molasses, is the way to go.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, I thought it was okay as a Sony fan being okay with just 30 frames per second. I mean, because that's the cinematic view, right? So it's okay to have.
Well, they should have dropped it down to 24 frames then.
Narrative is what ponies love to actually.
They've been okay.
30 was fine.
They've been okay with the cinematic experience since The Order, 1886.
Man, it wasn't even full screen. It was that ultra wide, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that made me mad too, because
ponies have been okay with cinematics since inception. That's
I was like, what is these black bars, man?
Actually works.
Right. It's crazy, man. I thought you donkeys set standards for yourself. Y'all are settlers, man. We calling y'all, got a new nickname for y'all. Y'all are called the settlers. Y'all sit up here and y'all walk for so long, and now y'all setting up tents. Y'all making bonfires now, pulling out the can of beans, and y'all are just settling, man. Y'all are settling for anything now. Then y'all come out in these streets and come talking to us, man.
You got one of them with fans.
They start telling you, Tech, that 4K Ultra at 120 isn't a big deal.
You're telling me that? What a bunch of jerks. Bunch of jive turkeys.
I saw a lot of ponies saying that the flight simulator wasn't such a big deal after all, because it's not an actual game.
Bro, Tech, yo, Tech, that's like you going out right now, going to buy a 720p camera to do your tech work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be all right.
I'll make it look good somehow. Yeah.
Facts. You'll do some temporal construction work.
Checkerboarding. I'll do some checkerboarding.
Picture looking good. You know, when Microsoft was never a company that did checkerboarding last gen, right, Reaper? They did dynamic scaling, and I remember they made fun of that. But Microsoft said, you know, there's nothing wrong with checkerboarding. It was like it's just an old method. It's been done for 30 years. Like we're embracing dynamic resolution because of the technology that goes into it. And they proved it with Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive, what made it groundbreaking was the fact that it was the first game on an Xbox console that used that dynamic resolution within the pixels. That's why, and the
dynamic upscaling.
And that's right. With dynamic upscaling, what they did was they brought the pixel quality up so that the colors, because mind you, this was before HDR. This was right before HDR, y'all. Nobody knew about HDR. This was like a year and a half before HDR was even mentioned. And Sony
games
was working on pixel quality back then. This is why Rise Son of Rome at 900p still looks better than any PlayStation 5.
It looks good still.
Really does.
Still.
So dope.
Because it's the mastery. You see the mastery of Microsoft when you see the apprenticeship of Sony. You see the mastery of the RDNA 2.0 with the co-engineering of Microsoft. You see the customer ability of Sony.
Sure.
You see the brilliancy of settling now within the donkey community, because they got to settle now. And then you see the demands of the Xbox community. You see the demand. You see the feedback. They're too scared to even feedback. What's going on right now, T. Reaver, with your favorite game? Y'all got a beta coming out.
I love my Halo Infinite tomorrow. This is going to be fun.
And Sick hit me up. There was a show on today on YouTube, the beta show, And what was the number one thing that guy was saying to everybody out there? And plus, the stream show was at 42,000 strong.
Man.
Unbelievable.
Good for you.
Right? 42,000 strong. And the number one thing that guy was drilling was, give us feedback. We want to give y'all the best opportunity ever. Be patient with us. The game is not done. But he even said it. And when it's done, we still want to work on it. We still want to. Halo 5's multiplayer, T Reaper. And I got to say this. You beat me, man. You beat me. Because I said Gears of War would do it. And I was off. I really told him that. I was like, I'm going in. You're going to see how we do it first, T Reaper. But I was wrong.
A lot of people seem to be excited for Infinite tomorrow. So everybody's mad happy. And everybody's just mad jealous on the Pony side because they don't have something that brings together so many people so actually interested.
Come on, Sony, bring back Killzone.
Microsoft's been running the news cycle for this whole week, and everybody was calling it since last week because this week has been packed with releases, reveals, all types of stuff. We got the beta tomorrow. We got the reveal today. A lot of people have been playing Flight Simulator. We got a couple more games coming tomorrow. We got stuff all week. Microsoft is running the narrative, and Sony tries to, distract from that with a bunch of fake numbers and stuff, and it just and all they do is validate Microsoft even further. And when Eurogamer put that shade in their headline, that was the capper for me. That was the end of it. It was just like, bro, it's only Wednesday. They won yesterday.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know how things really is changing too? Think about almost every time they do the games for gold thing, all you hear is nothing but, oh God, Microsoft, get it together. And once again, it looks like games for gold is failing, but you don't hear that now. Now you
hear they want to take away gold and just give you your Game Pass Ultimate and call it that day. And that's called saving money.
Yep. Yep.
But back in 2004 when we got gold, that wasn't what it looked like at first, is it? No one actually thought it was going to succeed. No one actually thought it was actually going to do anything for the gaming industry. Everybody thought it was just going to be a clap.
Yep. And now it's the way to do everything.
Yeah. And Xbox is for family, Xbox is for community, and Xbox is for gamers. And that is the actual kind of concept that Phil just wants to keep going forward.
T. Reaper, you're not mad, bro. We got to get you mad. We got to bother you, fam. Why you over there sit down and you're so comfortable being an
Xbox? You get to play Halo tomorrow. That's why.
What was that saying? What was that saying?
Yo,
man, why you getting mad, yo?
Right. He's got to be mad, bro. You got to be bothered by something. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
Halo be over there living a good life.
Yo, rapper, why are you so mad?
No, I love Xbox, guys. I've been with Xbox since 2001, and I didn't actually think it would actually turn around. That's actually a good thing, and that's a positive. But I think everybody in this gaming community, everybody has their niche, and everybody has their interest. Everybody's not all the same. That's what diversity is for. But at the same time, that's also what community is for. And then you have like ponies on the fanboy side that, say, oh, Xbox don't have exclusives. They don't actually have games. Then why am I so content?
Right.
Yeah, I never understood that. Why are you so happy?
But the other big question, go ahead, Fireboss. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it wasn't me this time.
Oh, I was just going to say, the biggest question that I have for them is, why do you worry about what another gamer is doing?
Yeah, exactly.
That is still the biggest question that they still haven't answered to this day.
Yeah.
That new the new Unreal Engine looks dope, and the new Gears of War actual, concept art looks absolutely beautiful. And
thank you.
I see a lot of positive things coming for Xbox in the future, and I don't think anybody.
Thank you for giving me props on my Gears of War. Finally,
I don't think anybody has anything really to complain about, unless it's just the fact that PlayStation doesn't have good games to play. And that's kind of the
question. You answer this question. They see what's coming too.
Yeah.
That's why they're mad.
Yeah.
You see a lot of.
But it's also,
Xbox,
we got new games around the corner that no one's ever tried before, and I think that the new Splitgate that's basically overpopping servers is a positive. That means we want new content. We want something new to play that's actually going to stretch the boundaries of everything we've known to actually love and enjoy.
That's facts.
Man, I can't even. I ain't that.
Where did Death's Door come from? Where did the Ascent come from? But you know what they get?
Imagination.
Same jelly. Same jelly. God of War. What else they get? Gran Turismo.
Every 7 years or so.
Facts. What else they get? Ratchet and Clank.
That's why I got to space it out.
Same jelly. Horizon Zero Dawn will let you Outlaw, we see what they're about to do to you, sweetheart. But for right now, you still a rookie, you get a pass. But there's gonna be a lot coming. We already know.
Well, I think the next big game for Sony is gonna be that Horizon Zero Forbidden West game.
Right.
But when I actually have to go hunt around, when I have to play as a actual character that has to go around hunting metal dinosaurs, I'd much rather hunt around actual real people.
Facts. But they're doing a Peter Parker as criminal. I've been said this. Poor Peter Parker, man. They gonna milk Peter Parker. You know what? When Sony's done with Spider-Man, right? When Sony's done with Spider-Man, mark my words, man, it's a crying shame. Because they're holding Peter Parker hostage. Why do you think the Marvel Avengers game, where's Spider-Man at?
Spider-Man is the big money grower for Sony.
It's a big money umbrella, but you gotta do it right. Superman is too, but when you mess up, it crumbles. Those characters are very fragile because they're the leaders of entities, man. You can't just come out here. They couldn't even give them a Miles Morales game. I want everybody to understand. Miles Morales had a full-fledged movie. Into the what? What was it?
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse. That's right.
Yeah, very good.
It had a movie. And yet, they couldn't even make a video game. They once again, they poured the Kool-Aid out, right? They let them sip on it to get that amnesia running. And they told them, the game is only going to be 5 hours long, right? They were dissing.
God of War was only 14 hours long. But
right.
I digress.
They were literally.
And he couldn't jump.
Exactly. They were dissing our certified DLC at the time for being 3 hours. That's a DLC. They came out and called this game an expansion. But yet, you're in the same exact PlayStation 4 city. Same skyline, same everything, right? 5 hours strong, you're done. And you mean to tell me that they was not going to call that game a DLC? And they actually got mad because people on Twitter was like, yo, it's a damn DLC. If expansion makes you feel better, then it makes you feel better. But at the end of the day, they sold y'all a $70 DLC. And you took that base.
But Sony will just rip off extra content that was, either separated from the main game or actually just basically discontinued from the main game just to make a buck, and that's just that's Sony for you.
That's it.
Director's cut, baby.
Exactly.
Director's cut.
But
well, shoot, man.
How as we as gamers can be happy with just narrative experiences drives me nuts. That's just I just can't understand that from most fanboys.
I agree.
I mean, it's a nice change to play.
If you want narrative education, you can just go read a book. If I actually want to go kill people, I can't do that in real life. So, that's what multiplayer is for.
They say go fly a real plane in planes flight simulators.
Yeah, now we have simulator. I want to see American Airlines. I want to buy this game for their wonderful classrooms and teach people actually the yin and yang of actually direction.
I'm ready to see this. Exactly. Exactly. Yo, shout out to the chat room tonight, y'all. Man, look, y'all. I got Eli the Realist. I got J-Rock. I got T-Reaper. I got E in here. I got Six Slayer. I got Technoblast. I couldn't have asked for a better person than Firebombs as a small indie developer. Yo, I just want to say, man, it's humbling for me to see y'all, man. Everybody doing well, being healthy, being safe. And we got families, man. People, we're Xbox gamers, man. This is my family right here. This is my community right here. It's just a small percentage, right? But I feel blessed to be around y'all, man, and do what we do best. This is what we do. If we wasn't doing this right now, we'd be in that daggum chat. On the Xbox right now in a party chat just talking. Because this is what Xbox gamers do. We play those games and we talk our game and stuff because that's where we come from. A lot of us, we're rebels. We come out of the Sega platform. We come out of that. We're in the Sega clock. We adopted to the Xbox because we didn't want to conform to the nonsense. We don't sip the Kool-Aid. We sip on this yak. We sip on this scotch. You know what I'm saying? We sip on this Crown Royal. Grown men over here. Don't sip on no Kool-Aid. We might grab a couple cranberry juices, man, throw some rocks on that.
Beer.
You might catch us with cranberry, but that's for the jive turkey. Oh man. Go out here and get your little wine or something. I mean, if you want to fake it, get you some what is it? Some O'Douls, man. If you want to fake it. But at the end of the day, man, we over here sipping on something. And it's good to see everybody out here, man, hyped up for tomorrow. Ascent is coming, y'all. Tomorrow. Get on them Xboxes and go game. Shut Twitter down. Don't even go on Twitter. If you're going to get on Twitter, show some game clips. Do what we do best. We play these games. Y'all are making the devs happy to even be a part of the Xbox community because they're seeing, damn, they play games. They engage. My game is going to make it over here. They're already talking bad about that side over there. We throw a game over here, they play it, and then that's it. There's nothing. Some of them
because you got Sony ponies that are always in the narrative niche, and then you see they look over at Xbox and you see all the fanboys playing PvP style, and they just get jealous. And then they'd be like, "Oh no, the Gears of War actual fanboys can be content with actual lobby farming, and we actually have to be content with 5-hour actual style artwork that was ripped off to make a direct actual play."
Hey, yo, I want to say thanks to everybody out. Everybody out, man. Thanks for coming out with us, rocking on Direct Gaming, man, on the ones and twos. Everybody out here got their mic and their headsets on, man. We do it big out here. So I'm going to let everybody shut it down, close it out, man. Y'all tell them where y'all from. Tell them who y'all are. Let them know where y'all going, man. Let's go. I don't care who goes first. I'm chilling.
Yo, so they already know me, man. Rookie of the Year, J-Rock from Far Rock. You know, you can always find me on Twitter. I don't really got anything else going. I don't got no YouTube channel that popping off, but you guys can always reach out. You guys can always catch me on Twitter, reach out to Twitter, and you can always catch me on Direct Gaming.
I appreciate that, J-Rock. Y'all are home here, bro. Y'all are home here. It ain't fun without y'all, man. It ain't fun without y'all, man. The streets got a voice here on Direct Gaming. It's always going to have a voice here. Look, I don't care where I'm at. You want to get up on there and speak your stuff, you hit me up and let me know, hey, Legal, look, man, I gotta get up there and say something. Hit me up. I will stop what I'm doing. I will make that shit happen for you, man, because you got to get your voice out there. Real Xbox community, stand up, man. It's nothing. We do this from the heart, yo. Keep going, y'all.
Hey, this is Jedi Saga. I'm always on Twitter. You can hit me up anytime you want to. Right now, I'm playing like 3 games. I'm actually playing Death's Door, Flight Sim, and also just dabbling with other little games and stuff like that. So if you want to hit me up on Xbox at Jedi Saga.
Cool. And then, well, you guys know me, Six Slayer. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me every weekend on the Dragons Den podcast. Also on Friday nights on GRG. And quite often right here on Direct Gaming. Thanks for everybody for coming out.
Yo, Six Slayer is one of those dudes. I'm telling y'all, Six Slayer uses the phone on me, bro. Six Slayer did it today. We going in, Legal. We going in.
Oh yeah, the Jim Ryan.
I'm about to crash.
Jim Ryan, yeah.
Yo, he's like, he told me all these articles, TV. He's like, one after another. I'm sitting here like, yeah, let me sit
He's like, I'm trying to drive here.
I sent him the tech. I was like, Tech, look at this, man. I'm like, oh, we forgot one. Before we end, we got 3 more people? So 4. T-Reaper, Tech, Eli, and then Fireballs. But before we get to the last 4, you job turkeys over in the UK, y'all get those crispy donuts, Xbox crispy donuts, and I'm hating on y'all right now.
What?
You gotta bring those donuts here to America, man. Bring them to Texas, man. Come on.
Yeah, what you like that?
Did you guys see the actual video that they did where they made it look like? Oh, you got to see it. They just released it, I think, a couple hours ago. They actually they made it seem like it was like they were announcing a new game or something like that, or like a new system that was coming out. It was phenomenal.
Let's see if I can find it. What is it?
I read about it. He's right. I read about it. And Krispy Kremers, the company, is a fan of Xbox. They did to celebrate the 20 years of Xbox. That's awesome, bro.
What?
Oh, it's phenomenal.
What?
And it looks, even the way they talk, it sounds like they're describing a brand new game system coming out.
They're fans. They're actual fans. That's awesome, dude.
Okay.
I hope that y'all hear us. I hope somebody hears us. I know we the small channel, we the underground, but get those crispy donuts, get those Xbox crispy donuts over here to America, man. Get them over here.
You know what? If you go to Xbox's Twitter account, you'll see it there.
Wow.
Let's see if I can find it real quick.
Okay.
You guys keep talking.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, we're going to find that. It's the Xbox Twitter account?
Yep. Go to their Twitter account. It should be, I'm guessing, right at the top. That's the last time I saw it was there.
Is it a video?
Yeah, it should be a video.
All right.
I don't see.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, send that to me, man. If you find it, it's all good. Send it to me.
I was real sad too because I'm not too heavy on Krispy Kremes at all, but I wanted to try it. I'm like,
I'm going to try it.
Not even in America? Like, what part of the game is this?
Yeah, send it to my Twitter and my Messenger, man, or something. Or tag me to it. But go ahead. Okay, TV, but go ahead, man. Let them know.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank the panel for inviting me to this wonderful show tonight. I apologize for being late, but I actually had fun for the small amount that I actually had time in. I can be found on Twitter at ThomasBarker61 and on Instagram at OTOTReaper and on Xbox on OTOTReaper in general. So I right now am kind of just focusing on the new evolution of Halo and the new game Splitgate, but I'm always around.
I got it.
You see it, Tech, don't you?
Yeah.
Send it to my messenger, man, when you get a chance.
It's 30 seconds. You want me to play it here?
Yeah, play it on there. Play it. Play it on there, man.
All right, hold on. Let me
play
get
it on
this
there. All right, we down to the last 3, man.
Yeah, this is your boy Fireboss. You can usually find me on YouTube. and on Twitter under the same name. But I do caution that as far as the Fireball State goes on Twitter, you need to be 18 plus. So just giving that heads up.
Yeah, see a lot of reels. I mean, y'all can find me everywhere by the same name, talking my junk, playing games.
Whoa,
let's go.
Junk.
Hey,
he said
I caught it real quick. I caught it real quick. See, it's family friendly, man.
He wants to play with these.
Eli said playing games, y'all.
Playing games, man. I mean, shoot. I don't really like playing Twitter like a lot of guys, so I'm gonna say I play my games, man.
Shots fired.
Hey, but you can find me there every now and then.
Shots fired. Tech, you the last out, man. You
all right, I'm gonna sign us off with this.
You know what, man? Everybody's on base, right? Tech gonna come up trying to bunt the ball, man. Come on, man. You Houston Astro, man. Let's swing.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm gonna play this video, and that's my sign out.
No strokes.
We're truly excited to be sharing this revolutionary new product with you.
With smooth surfaces and ergonomic form for enhanced comfort during enjoyment.
With instant sharing capabilities, it's bringing people together. Bold yet simple graphics with a dramatic pop of color.
You gotta fuck that. I love her voice.
There you go.
We're truly excited to be
beautiful, man.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yo, it's the new legal, man. We do it big up here on DirectX Gaming. We bring the streets in, we bring the neighborhoods in, man. And we get on our big porch and we chop it up. I want to say to the panel, thanks for coming out, man, tonight, having fun with me, man, and me and Tech. Thanks for coming out. Go check Techno Blast on the channel, man. Techno Blast, just like it sounds. You'll see me over there with him. We're going to be doing some shows over there on his show. Shout out to the mighty chat room, man. The strong, the strength, the energy of the Xbox community over there, man. We appreciate all y'all comments, man. Thank y'all for coming out again. Remember, always keep it gaming. Make sure you snatch that one up in life, man. Keep that extra man. You're going to have to keep it with you, bro, when you get up out of here. If you don't have that extra man, bro, you ain't getting another chance, man. Maintain your chance in life, like my man T Reaper displays so beautifully day in and day out. And yo, we out of here. Until next time, y'all. Peace.